Well, let's cross over to the Milimani Law Courts where the case hearing is currently ongoing. Let's just listen in.
He can get the seed treatment while at the prison clinic and or when referred to the Kenyatta National Hospital. And this is basically under the state's account. We therefore, on this ground, Your Lordship, object to him leaving the protective custody he is in right now. Your Lordship, going through the affidavits, in regard to the first accused affidavit, Your Lordship, we have commented that he's receiving care. He has not indicated that he has not received satisfactory care or they are failing to provide care for him. We do not agree with his affidavits that he has corroborated or been cooperative with the investigating officers. Your Lordship, noting that the information that he has given the police or the investigative team is not satisfactory. And this can be proved by the second accused statement under paragraph 28, marked as MO10.
When I was trying to look at this file, I did not see most of those MOs. So those MOs which she's talking about, you just confirm that they are there. Because when I was trying to look at them, I did not see them. So you're saying that he has not cooperated.
He's not cooperated with
the information he gave to the police is not
truthful. And this is also seen in the role that has been played by the second accused under paragraph 28 of our affidavit and the annexure marked as MO10. That, I believe, is the last annexure. Yes.
And are they complete? Check the other one. Are they complete? One of them was not complete. I think MO9.
MO9.
It's not supposed to be complete. That is how you intended it to be.
Inside the redacted.
Oh, the redacted.
Redacted.
Okay.
They usually,
okay.
there are some that are redacted, Your Lordship.
Okay, and that's okay. I didn't understand the English redacted.
Your Lordship, for the second accused person, in her replying affidavit, sworn on the 16th of October 28, and especially paragraph 22, Your Lordship, and unless they tell us they are typing errors, they say it does not reflect the true account as to what happened from the time she was arrested to the time she was arraigned before this court. That is on paragraph 22 and 23. Your Lordship, the second accused states that she is a single mother and that's on paragraph 33, and further supports that or deponds that she has a supportive family. Your Lordship, I believe the ground that she's a single mother and will require to tend to her child cannot persuade this court to release her on bond, because in the same paragraph she confirms that she has a supportive family. The family can take care of the child if this court does not grant her bail or bond. In regard to the probation reports, Your Lordship, for the first accused person, again, they confirm that he's a person who travels out of the country. They also confirm that he offers security to some prominent politicians. He's a person well trained as a security officer for prominent business persons. Your Lordship, this itself supports our ground that if he's released on bail, there's a high possibility that he will intimidate and influence or threaten the accused persons. Place of abode, he has said that he lives in Nakuru. Again, this is outside the court's jurisdiction. He has not indicated where he would live within this court's jurisdiction. As we have indicated that the house they were residing is a scene of crime. And therefore it is the conclusion that he has no fixed abode. He's a person of a flight risk and and as the investigating officers confirm, he's a person who has displayed himself as a dangerous person holding an illegal firearm, which I concur. Your Lordship, the probation report for the second accused, which confirms again, Your Lordship, that she's a person who is capable of influencing the witnesses, some of whom are her employees, but we indicate some of the witnesses are her employees, and therefore she can exercise authority over them. And in view of this, Your Lordship, and relying on our affidavit in totality, Your Lordship, we are praying that the accused persons should not be released on bail. Your Lordship, noting that investigations are still ongoing, key potential prosecution witnesses are yet to be placed under protection. And especially for the second accused, Your Lordship, if she's still a media personality and continues appearing in under the prime news or within the mainstream media, Your Lordship, if no other option is given, Your Lordship, we submit that that itself will intimidate the potential prosecution witnesses. Your Lordship, noting that these are persons, if we can mention quite as indicated in our affidavit, the persons who are yet to be placed under protection, these are persons who would perceive that person to be a person of influence. And unless this court then gives a conducive environment for the witnesses to testify, Your Lordship, there's a high possibility they will be intimidated testifying against her.
I've not written because I don't get what to write. I thought that would even be for the benefit of some of us who are likely to be criminals, because they'll say, this country, even criminals can just appear on TV.
Your Lordship, we are looking at the category of the witnesses who are yet to be placed under protection as indicated in our affidavit. Okay, and I do not want to mention them.
No, don't
Yes. We are looking at that category of people, not you and I or anybody else. It's that category of people. And unless an option of that is given, Your Lordship, we are praying that her bail and bond be cancelled, and until they are placed under protection or the key potential prosecution witnesses testify. Finally, Your Lordship, as I sit down, this court has the duty to look into also the rights of an accused person and the victims. The deceased person's right to life.
All right, those are live pictures from the Milimani Law Courts. As we can well see, the prosecution is obviously against the move by the defense to actually release the two co-accused, that's journalist Jacque Maribe and the co-accused Joseph Irungu, on bail. That's the bail